6th December, Tuesday, MAO with Cal. Alright, Mike Wilson roti pratat his view again. Alright, so what's roti prata? We all know that it is the Indian making dough, whereby you flip the dough to make it nice and crispy. So apparently when we use it on the stock markets and in colloquial term, it means that someone actually changed their view. And of course, Mike Wilson, one of the highly sought after strategists, have flipped his view. Okay, really? Yeah, I was just covering it yesterday and I just got this from Bloomberg that he's flipped his view. I'll tell you more in detail later on. And of course, Elon Musk just can't shut up, alright? He really cannot shut up, really. You just have to really give kudos to this guy. This guy is a nutcase in my opinion, but a brilliant genius. I'll talk about this shortly, and of course, what happened to Tesla is obvious, alright? So once again, guys, this is the disclaimer apply as usual. Please make sure that you do your risk assessment, and thank you, AIMS, for the kind sponsorship. Alright, so first of all, the market came down last night, 482 points, and the Nasdaq was down by 1.93%, and S&P 500 lost about 1.8%. That's a fair bit, alright? So we all know that Tesla share came down 6.4%, report on the output cut at Shanghai factory. But I don't think that's the real reason or the actual reason. And of course, with Amazon, Netflix coming down. Okay, the point is this. The ISM service number were actually hotter than expected, but kind of like, in the market for so many years, I really don't think that the market really emphasized on this. I believe that there were two other good reasons for the selling of yesterday. I'll share with you shortly. But more important is now the market is getting a little bit edgy, as I mentioned. And I felt that the terminal rate that Jerome Powell has said recently is no longer at 4.25. It could be 5%, it could be more, and there's a reason why the market is coming down right now. So let's just talk about Mike Wilson once again. Now, 1st of December, Mike Wilson said the rally will continue into December. He was on Bloomberg, and basically he was very optimistic. He says that this is the Fed pause stock market rally, and he gave a very fair guidance. He said that likelihood there will be more upside to go before the market pulls back. Okay, fair enough. That was only 1st of December, right? Now, do note, this strategy is ranked number 1 in the latest institutional investor survey. Okay? And he says that the absolute upside for S&P 500 to 4150, okay. But then again, like I said, he roti pratat his view, right? Okay? So let's see what happened now. Apparently, Morgan Stanley, Michael Wilson is a seller of stocks again. Oh my God, okay. So 5th of December, just a couple of days, which is like, he was calling long, but yesterday, they changed view, okay. They are saying that he's returning to the bear camp right now and we are sellers, okay. He feels that the risk-reward ratio now doesn't make sense, which is kind of true. So that's the reason why they think that it's better to be a seller, even though they know there's some more upside. What the? Okay, anyway, so that is what he's saying. And of course, he's not alone, okay? This that we have the JP Morgan Chase coming in, Goldman Sachs coming in, all gave the warning of fresh declines as investors price in the risk of a recession. Deutsche Bank also came in and said that there could be a rally, but it could slump as much as 33% in the third quarter before hitting a bottom. Wow, okay. So let's hear what they have to say. Now, apparently the video was not on Mike Wilson. This guy came in to talk about it, but of course the caption is this. Let's listen to what he has been asked. He is the Morgan Stanley head of US fixed income research. Let's hear him out.
Vishu, one final question. We were down negative 17% in the Bloomberg Total Return Index. Maybe we're down negative 12%. I don't need a Morgan Stanley call, but I need a Vishu call. How many years is it going to take to make back that loss if I'm clipping coupons?
So it all depends on what happens to rates. So we would say last year investment grade credit, down 17-ish%, 17-18%. As you mentioned, we have to that's a lot of that is entirely because of the rate move. Not spreads widened a little bit, but mostly was rate move. So some reversal of the rate moves, which we expect to see, will get to midway there by the end of this year. So we are expecting something total returns in the 7% context by end of this year. And so we will. That's the kind of moves we are expecting to see.
Okay, so basically trying to say is that, right, there are more and more funds moving to the bonds market, and that's probably one reason why they are looking away to move from the equity market. So this is something that he said before, Mike Wilson, but this time I'll reiterate, and of course, I said again, this is the main caption to show you that, it's not made up, it's actually what he says. So let's just see what's going to happen soon, all right? And I've been warning you guys to be very careful of the market. Now, the other reason why I think the stock market came off yesterday was because the Federal Reserve weighed on higher interest rates. So what happened is this, okay? Nick, right, he is actually he is a chief economics correspondent for Wall Street Journal, and we realized that he actually is a direct mouthpiece of Federal Reserve. So he is actually saying that there's most likely there will be more rate hike coming in, and this is no suspense. In fact, he's probably telling you that there could be no Santa Claus rally, and I think that this is a very important statement because I am also looking at this. To me, it's all right. Probably we may not see the Santa Claus rally this year, okay? Because I believe that the market will be focusing on the interest rate factor, and most likely the market will start to take profit off the table. All right, so be careful on this. Because this guy, Nick, every time when he says something as well on the Wall Street Journal, it's almost 90% chance that it will be reflected by the Federal Reserve later. So it's like a mouthpiece for Federal Reserve. All right, so these two things, Mike Wilson and Nick, are probably the reason why the stock market pulls back versus the ISM. All right. Okay, so there's something hidden problem right now. Apparently, this is some writers. All right, there's an FX swap depth of 80 trillion blind spot. Oh my God, this is really, really big. Now, what is a foreign exchange swap, right? So basically, it's a simultaneous purchase and sale of identical amount of one currency for another with two different value dates. All right, so usually it's a spot to forward, yeah. So the point is this: that means that there is something looming around, and this is actually a hidden debt. It's actually escalating day by day. Okay, and it's now it's $80 trillion worth. Okay. So that's why the BIS official really wants the interest rate to go up. But as you know, central banks is having the crunch right now. They realize that they continue, their economy will have a problem, but they need money. So how? So that's why they borrow money from the Federal Reserve. So the Federal Reserve have been doing a lot of liquidity swap operation, as you can see. The dates and the term of loan is 7 days, 6 days, and the interest is based on the current rate. So you can see over the last few months, in fact, you can see that the amount of money being lent around is really incredible. The question is this: can they even get back? So all these tells you that the economy itself is having a little bit of a problem right now, and it's actually circling, right, like vouchers circling on top. So once there is any problem, right, these vouchers will attack. And of course, when there's all these things going on as well, right, Elon Musk just can't shut up, really. Now, he just typed in yesterday, I'm not expressing an opinion, but did promise to conduct this poll. So he says that these two persons, I will not say their names, but these two persons itself should be pardoned. And of course, 3 over million people came into a poll and vote. And of course, 80% say yes. Oh gosh. Now we know that these two gentlemen, they are very, very smart people, geniuses, and they really know what they're doing. But of course, they are doing things that the market doesn't like, especially the government, okay? So of course, when you do something like this, come on, man, what do you expect to happen? This will again cause misery to, to Elon, because this is not good, because the government don't like this thing. And of course, by doing that now, you can see his stock price coming off. Okay, so yesterday, Tesla down by 6%. Now, of course, the market says that it's because of the output in this China, but I just tell you that I don't think so. I think that's more than meets the eye. And of course, I'm not a conspirator, but I'm just saying that likelihood this Tesla share is going to come down here. So I'm going to give you a very fair assessment. 138 will be my target for Tesla. And FYI, yesterday the volume itself was ridiculous. Okay. So again and again and again, this shows that there's no one going to support this counter for a time being, and there is a good chance we can see further downside on Tesla. So be very, very careful, guys. And of course, if Tesla goes down, then naturally with the Nasdaq coming down. All right, guys, we have left now only 7 seats left for my coming TWB 19 Premier intake. All right, so the cost is at 198.8. All right. And if you want to come in, you can actually get my TWB indicator version 6.0. And of course, we're going to have the alternate market news channel whereby you get all the alternate market news that you don't see in the mainstream media. And of course, you get to follow me on my trading calls. And I've been pretty decently accurate recently. All right. So my point is this, guys. If you want, just join, contact us through Facebook, and you can actually enjoy this. Okay. All right. So this is how it goes. I'll tell you exactly what I'm looking in the market. I'll tell you what to do, and you just have to trade and follow. Yep. Okay. All right. So let's just now look at the market, shall we, for today. Let's bring the chart in right now. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so let's just look at the Dow Jones first. Okay, the Dow Jones yesterday, it was a doji. So I remember telling you guys, doji, directional day. Now, directional day can be upwards, can be downwards. But the point is this, usually it'll be a very big day, big movement, right? So what happened? Yesterday, the market, once it opened, bang, it came down. And that was the reason why I called for sell. And I mentioned to you that there is a very interesting technical point about 34,027. If the market can't stay above it, usually it will pull back, all right? And of course, my KFC level is still here. Now, you look at the 5% rule I told you before, 95%, 90%, midpoint is 34,181. And I mentioned that if the Dow loses 34,181, it will come down, and truth be told, it came down. The market came down, let's take a look at the chart. Okay, shall we? Let's take a look at the chart that to just show you that a really powerful movement. So the Dow Jones was trading sideways for the first part in the morning, and then after by European timing, bang, it came down, right? So when it came back down to this technical point, you can see that it mashed through, rebounded, smashed through again, bam, came back down. So from this point here, from here to here is by 300 points. So if you actually remember what I tell you and shorted accordingly, well, good money for you then. Okay, so for the day chart right now, it's pretty clear that as long as the market stays above opening price of today, fine. But if the market can climb above 34,181, it may recover back to 35,000. But of course, on a flip note, if the market stays below opening price of today, then the selling could bring it down all the way to 33,258. All right, this is very, very important. Okay, now China A50 today blasts up. Okay, China A50 now today. Seemingly, right, although there's some news of Apple going away from China, and there's a lot of ongoing say that the import export itself is suffering. The people are getting upset, but look at the stock market. The market is very strong. Why? I think it's very clear. It's all the artificial pumping by the market. Okay, anyway, the point is this. Now, we are now back to the MA200 level. The last time we saw this was back in July, and I believe that this is going to be a very big turning point. If the market can stay above the MA200, we may really see China market really going up further to about 13,400 series. But if the market pulls back, as we saw previously, okay, pulls back and goes below the MA200 and can go down, right, then of course the downside could bring it back to somewhere around this area here. Okay, that's about 12,400. In that indicator wise, we are very near the high level, the common points. So if the common points are telling me that it's very clear, it's a Dow trend divergence, then of course the next pullback can be as much as 11,500. Now for China market, it's a little bit supported right now, so maybe the downside might be limited, but I believe that the spillover problem will go to US and global, because China is really a main biggest exporter, and of course we basically import of China goods, and if they're not coming in or there's some problem, I think that is where the whole thing will get hit. All right, so let's look at the market right now. Now, yesterday for gold, I was targeting 1815, but it went to 1810 and it pulls back dramatically. All right, so I was wrong on this. I apologize, but oh, what a waste. Okay, so fortunately, we put some trailing stop, but still, end of the day, we will hit. Now, of course, as long as gold stays above the 1763 level, it can still go towards there. Okay, now what's the reason for the gold to pull back? Was because the dollar actually rise. Okay, yesterday after the ISM data and whatever you have from the NIC itself, that was one reason that pushes the dollar higher. So when the dollar was higher, the commodity prices like gold came off, right? But let's see today, will that be the same thing happening? All right, let's look at the market right now for the US Dow. Let's take a look. Now, the US Dow Jones itself, right, is now trading at this BNB range, whereby you can see that the RL and SL. The RL stands for resistance, the support of SL. So as long as the market cannot cross about 34,660, can't cross it, the market will be ding dong around this range. The support level is 33,604, so that will be the range for now. Today, the important level to watch out for would be 33,730, because that's a pivot 2 level. As long as the market stays above it, this is fine. Okay, now KSI stays green, but KRW continue to be red, and of course it's lengthening. So that means that the wave state itself is telling people that be very careful. There will be easy way. If the market is going to sell, it's much easier to sell down because the KRW is turning red. Okay. All right, let's look at the NASDAQ, shall we? Now, Nasdaq did a CCYR, yellow turns to red conditioning, which means that usually the next day, which is today, there could be further selling. Now, the support level is here at the BNB RL at 11,742. So the market, you can see, come down brilliantly, stopped there and rebounded. So that proves to you the BNB RL is really, really critical. So if the market want to go up, it has to break 11,858, okay? If it starts to come off, then this point here itself at 11,742 is a very, very important support. Okay, KSI wise still green, even though it's turned red today, but we don't care about today's market. This thing is still green, but the KRW, the weightage is very clear, the selling pressure is there. So if, let's say, tomorrow, right, the KSI turns red and the KRW stay red, then there could be a red arrow coming up, and that means that there could be some serious profit taking to come, all right? S&P 500 also make the same thing, but this time around S&P broke below the BNB RL level, so which means that most likely it will come back down to 39.54 area. That is a BNB SL, and you can see the BNB SL been very, very powerful. Every time it may go below it, but then the rebound is pretty clear. So if the market ever lose this point, then the selling could bring it down to 38.64. Okay. All right, so we have that is the 3 US market. Let's look at Hong Kong right now, Hang Seng. Now, Hang Seng today opening price is actually below pivot 2. So by right, it should be a sell below OP. But when it goes above OP, you cannot sell anymore. And of course, if it breaks above MLP, usually there's buying. And you can see from 19215, the MLP, the day high was 19,580. So it means that if you buy above OP and MLP, you're going to make money, right? So let's take a look at the chart and see whether can you see from where a perspective of the TWB system, all right? So, okay, on the student itself. So you can see the market opens and straight away it went all the way up, and then at MLP it stopped here for a while. See, interesting, right? Why it stopped here? And once it's above opening price of the day and above MLP, bang, 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 it went all the way up. It's out nearly 350 points, just this stripe. But once it reached this area, the KCB 19558, 19500 were all there, and they couldn't stay on. Bang, it's coming down right now. And of course, now it's below pivot 2. Usually there will be some selling, so suspect that it may come back down to the MLP area. But of course, if the market really, really breaks the opening price, then the selling can be drastic. So traders, you need to be careful, and you just have to follow what I just say as a TWB trader. You just have to follow the rules, you'll be fine. All right, so that is the Hang Seng chart. Now let's look at the other market, let's say crude oil. Now crude oil yesterday pulls back quite severely. Now crude oil went up to the high of 82.72 at one point. Then after that, it fell down all the way to 76.84. That's a big $5 reversal. So what is the issue right now? So apparently it seems that someone is trying to make sure, ensure crude oil price stay down. So the thing is this, the support level for the BNB for today, it will be at 70, it will be somewhere around 76.84 level. Crude oil has to stay above this point. If not, the selling can bring it down all the way to $71. KSI retained red, so it's very clear the selling pressure is there. So even though when recently it went up here, with the KSI is green, red, sorry, my bad, the market will usually sell. Now the only thing is that the cyan is there, so that means there's some buying interest coming in. That's very, very interesting, yeah. Okay, so that we have the crude oil. Let's look at the other market now, which is the usual like gold. Okay, now gold. Okay, just give me a minute. Here we go. Okay, so what we have right now. Oops, just a moment. Sorry. Okay, so what we have right now for gold. This is the gold new BNB yesterday, and of course, this is the resistance and support. Gold support today is at 1765. The resistance is 1810. Okay, so KSI is green, no blue bars, means that if the gold stays above OP, it can still go back up. 1782 is the MLP level, but just take note, if the market fail, then pulling back below SL could bring it down to 1721. Now, for as long as this gold is in concern, right, you can see overall it's kind of still bullish, right? So if gold can stay above OP, I think 1782 it is possible. But watch the US dollar. This is the main thing here. Let me bring you the US dollar chart so that we can actually learn about it. Okay, let's go. This is Tesla. Let's look at the dollar. Now this is the US dollar chart, and I told you yesterday that most likely there will be support at about 105 area. And truth be told, the market really 104 area, and the market really rebounded. The low of yesterday was 104.11. My support was 104.77. So the market actually came down first and rejected and go back up. Now, to me, this is a downward trend, and of course the current indicators are all bad, so everything looks bad, right? But on the converse note, if the market looks bad and is bad, but the price is going up, the market usually will recover even stronger. So 105.73 is the current level here, the one that you can see the first resistance. Only when it breaks it, then 107.80 will be next, and I believe that the market will do that because I think the market concern will be moving towards the US dollar and interest rate once again. So gold itself, as long as the dollar is weak, then gold will likely go higher, but if the dollar is strengthening again, then selling is possible. Now, silver has pulled back down. The silver yesterday went a high of 23.50 and then pulled back all the way down to current price 22.40. Same thing once again, there's a new BNB, so we need to put a new BNB level just to make sure that you guys remember this. Okay, so the BNB RL is 23.51 and the low itself is 22.16. So as long as silver stays above 22.16, this guy can go back up again, similarly like gold. But of course, if you're looking about just take a little more break, then the downside could be 20.81. Okay, that is the silver price. And of course, last two is the Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, we can see that right now the Ethereum is now doing a sideways momentum between the 1311 to 1251. So as long as there's no clear signal, we shouldn't do anything. If you don't buy and buy cheap, right, you can buy at 1251 around this area. But of course, put a stop loss. If it goes below 1200, it may come down to this 1194 range. Okay, KSI is red, no blue bars, meaning that the market, the boys are selling, but the overall market is buying. So be a sideways at the moment right now. All right. And last but not least is our Bitcoin. Bitcoin has moved up above 17,000 yesterday, and brilliantly, look at it. The high of yesterday was 17,411, and this number here is 17,416. So once it touches this point around here, you can see the market resisted and come back down. Okay, anyway, you can see now the main thing is this is BNB RL level is 16811, and you can see the market has been flowing as if that this thing is existing in the market as a strong support. KSI is green, no blue bars, means that the market will have to stay above the BNB RL level until something changes. All right, so that is how this TWB system works. As long as you know how to utilize it, all the numbers are there, charts are there, you just have to follow through and make money. All right, guys, that'll be all for today. Thank you very much. But before you go, wait a minute, just give me a minute, let me show you this. Now, some people did actually ask me regarding about this spin the wheel lunch with Cal, and as long as Monday, Wednesday, Friday, if you spotted the special code, you just have to put it down here itself, and then of course we will collect the names, and then after that we will do the spin the wheel on Saturday to see who will be going for the lunch. So we already have two lunches coming out. One is Thursday, one is next Tuesday, and we're gonna keep on having it. So guys, if you really want to have lunch with me, we talk about the market together, then every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, look out a special code and then put it in. Okay. All right, that'll be all for today. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.